Hello and welcome. Today we are going to go ahead and take a look at the Trident. So the Trident is a small settler class ship, which means that it has to have a cargo hold, a workshop, and an infirmary. It also has to be a Class A ship with 0 ranks of starship design. So this is a smaller ship, and it's designed to take a family of 4 or 5 out to go ahead and start a homestead on some distant world. This particular ship does only have 5 beds in it, and you can kind of see a little bit here. Actually, let's just use our jump jets. And looking at it this way, we can see why it is called the Trident, as we are getting a little bit of a pitchfork shape going on. So, now that we've seen the outside, let's go take a look at the inside. So one of the fun things about this ship is it is almost entirely a single floor. There's only a ladder going up to the cockpit, and that is the only ladder on the entire ship. We come in through the Tayo entry bay, and then we are immediately coming into the, this is going to be the Deimos 2x2 cargo hold. And then coming on over, there's a door right here, and this is going to be the Deimos workshop. You got a window up front so you can look out while you're working on whatever you're doing. And we have 4 of our workstations right here. Coming on back, we've got a door right here, and this is leading us into the Hope Tech 3x2 mess hall. Chose to put a mess hall on this ship despite the small amount of space, more because it's a place that you can go ahead and hang out with all your crew at. Right here we have a door, and this is leading us back, and this is going to be a Nova Galactic 2x1 infirmary, again with a window at the back. Here we have the ladder going on up to the cockpit. This is going to be the Kontiki Bridge. There is one variant of this that does not require starship design. Coming back down here, you can see we've got enough seating for 20, which is a little overkill for the amount of people on this ship, but means that you can go ahead and have guests over, or if you've got multiple ships coming together to form your outpost, you can go ahead and have this kind of settle down as the central point for everybody to work out of. Right over here, we have a nice little bench area with a nice big TV located right here. And this particular bit right here is actually the primary reason why I chose this particular hab. Coming forward off of this, we have the don't know if this is going to be the Stroud or the Deimos 2x1 all-in-one berth, but right up front here you can see this is our docking hatch. Coming on over here, we have our kitchen, which you can see you've got 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6 refrigerators in. So we've got plenty of space. We've got a galley located right here, as well as a cooking station right here. And then right off of kind of this area here is going to be the Tayo 2x1 captain's quarters. So you've got another window located right here, private bathroom, coffee machine, and here's the captain's bed and the desk for him to work out of. And that is the Trident. So now that we've done our interior tour, let's go ahead and take a look at how to build this ship. So I am building this at my outpost landing pad. There are no mods needed to build this ship. However, I do make use of the ship flip glitch. Um, that being said, I am running a mod that unlocks all of the components that I have unlocked at my outpost landing pad. So that way I don't need to go and do the tour of all the various places just because I want to get a different hab and see how it looks. So here, I did like the color of this, so let me go ahead and put the colors into my palette first. If you're not familiar, you can come in here and just kind of slightly adjust the colors. And then when I come back here, you can see this is going to be color 1, color 2, and color 3. And that's how you can save colors on your ship. Because now even if I delete all of this, this is still on my palette until I leave this builder. Now, that being said, once I leave this builder, as long as I don't quit the game, I believe the colors will still be in my palette. However, after I quit the game and reload, then the colors all are going to leave and I would have to go ahead and redo this. So, color talk aside, let's go ahead and first check. Oh, we went with the Stroud there. Alright, so select all and delete. Alright, so first things first, let's go ahead and grab that shipbed 200 landing bay. And then right here, I'm going to go ahead and choose the Dymos 2x2 cargo hull. Then directly off the front of that, I'm going to choose the Dymos workshop. Coming on over here, I'm going to come down here to the Hope Tech 2x3, and I'm going to choose the mess hall. I don't really care which door it puts it on, but this can only connect into here, so that's why I set it off to the side rather than fiddling around with it some. Off the back right here, I'm going to go ahead and choose the Nova Galactic 2x1. I'm going to find the infirmary. Off the front here, I'm going to come on down to Stroud 2x1. And you can choose A or B, it doesn't really matter for this ship. However, if you really want to, you could also choose the 3x1 and just have this extend out a little bit more. However, for how I built it, I did the 2x1. And then on over here, I chose the Tayo 2x1 mid for my captain's quarters. Just so that way I can go ahead, have it look kind of like these other habs that I chose. Now, for the rest of the habitable portions of the ship, I'm going to go ahead and choose my docker and my cockpit. So docker is going to be the Hope 11-4 right here. And then for my cockpit right here, I have the Kontiki B300. Note any other Kontiki bridges do require Starship design, but this one doesn't for some reason. So we do get one vertically mounted cockpit available for us. Alright, now that I've got that all in place, for my next step, I'm going to go ahead and add my cargo and my landing gear. So for my cargo, I had 4 of the Dagama 1000s. You could also use the Dagama 1010s for a little bit more cargo space, in exchange for a little bit more mass. We're not going to exceed our jump range. However, it is going to reduce our mobility a little bit. And with 4 of these, I felt that I had enough cargo. And so this is getting us 1140 cargo. And just for the sake of argument, if I had gone with the other one, the Gamma 1010s, I'm just setting this here, I'd have 1280. So, again, small difference in cargo, but not overly significant. So just use whichever one you would like, and whichever one gives you the mobility that you want in your ship. Alright, so now that that's in place, let's come on over here to the gear. And for this ship, I went ahead with the Hope landing gear. I've got 4 of these on this ship. This is going to be the forward and then the rear variant here. Now that these are on, I'm going to pull this off really quick, because I have something else that I need to put right here. Coming on over here, I'm going to go over to the structural tab, and I'm grabbing the Deimos wing. I'm going to, okay, fine, choose the rear-facing variant here. And what I'm doing with this is I'm using this to hold some of my engines. So for my engines on the ship, I'm using 4 of the Ares DT30s, which are a side mount. And this provides that mount. And then once I've got that connected, I can pull this off, put the landing gear back on, and then put the wing back on, flip, flip, and now it's actually being held in place right here. Then copying this on over here. And note that the reason I'm doing this is because this is not connecting to a port. And if I pull this off, I can put this here. There's only that one connection point, so it does not want to do that. But when I put the engine here, I'm not moving any of this, so I can go ahead and put this here, and then this is actually connecting to the engine here, so that's an open point. And then I can flip, flip, and it's now connected on both of these points, so I can move anything I want here. Next, let's go ahead and put our other 2 engines right there. And now let's go ahead and grab our reactor and grav drive. So for this ship, I grabbed the 134mm toroidal reactor. Doesn't matter which side you put it on, whichever side appeals to you more. And then for the grav drive, I grabbed the R3000. Now for both of these, they have connection points top, bottom, and on all 4 sides. I am going to be making use of the side connection points on these. So that's why I chose this rather than, say, the Helios 300. But you could also go ahead and choose different ones and then hide this under, say, some Deimos hulls. Alright, now on the side of this, I'm going to choose my fuel tank, which is going to be the M30 Ulysses fuel tank. And I'm going to be putting one on each side. Note that there's no clipping for these fuel tanks to the engines. So, now all I need is a shield, which I'm going to go ahead and place right here. And for this particular ship, I use the Marduk 1010, just because it's nice and small, but you could very easily use, say, the 30S or even one of the Bastilles. Alright, now all that is left on the ship is all the structural greebling. This is not going to go ahead and make the ship perform any better or anything like that. It's just to make it look cooler. So to start off with, let me go ahead and come into the structural components, and I'm going to grab some Deimos hulls because I need to duplicate something into place. So here I have, where is it? Nova radiators. So the 3 Nova radiators here, these go on just fine. However, when I want to go ahead and put one here, it will not let me. And these do not flip, so I cannot go ahead and put that there. Now this does clip into the bridge slightly, and if you go into the bridge, you can actually see that on the floor. So if you don't want that clipping into, the habitable space, just remove this piece. If you do want that piece, though, we need to go ahead and duplicate it down. So I had gone ahead and put these Deimos hulls here and put this one here as just a point to fix it to. Now I'm going to delete this piece, select this, hover over the bottom, copy, and then cancel, and then it goes down 1. Copy, Cancel, and there we go. It is now in place. And that is it for duplication glitching. Now I just have a whole bunch of flip glitching to go. And then on the front of this, let me go ahead and slap a porthole. On the front of this, let me slap a porthole. All right, here, let me add a Deimos belly, just so that way we've got a kind of a mirrored image over here. All right, and then now that I've got all of this, the last thing to do is just put a whole bunch of the Hope Tech caps on. All right, so for this, I'm going to pull this off to the side, place this here, and then put this back here, flip, flip, and that is now in place. Then I'm going to repeat. Then flip, flip, and put that into place. Now, I would kind of like to be able to go ahead and have the Hope Tech cap push through here. Actually, I can do that if I move the shield from here to, say, here. So let's go ahead and do that. Then flip, flip, and put that into place. I could go ahead and if I move the Kontiki bridge out of the way and put, say, a Daimos hull there, I could hide the shield back here, or I could just hide it anywhere. It's not like you're going to be able to see it. Alright, now that I've done that, let's go ahead and pull this out of the way. And this piece here. And then flip, flip, put that into place. Pull this out of the way. Flip, flip, and there we go. Now all that is left is to add the weapons. As you can see, we only have a few weapon option points to put the weapons onto. So I think that we're going to have to limit ourselves to like less than 20 weapons or something like that. I know, difficult choices. However, for this ship, I just went ahead and used 4 Disruptor 3300 electron beams. This is kind of my standard. I just want to be able to pew things with a single weapon because it gives us a nice long 3500 range with okay enough damage. And if I can go ahead and allocate all of my reactor power to it, then it actually fires reasonably quickly as well. So for here, let's see, I don't know. Let's go ahead and put 2 there, and then let's just put them on top of this. That seems decent. Alright, so I do have an error. I need to go in and assign my weapons. Perfect amount of mobility. And then from here, all that's... Oh, I see. I forgot the porthole right here. There we go. So 840 mass, 69 mobility, and that is the Trident. So all that's left is to go ahead and paint it, which, as you can see, I'm just pulling that back off my palette. And then that's it. Darn, it didn't go into the pond. I was hoping. Alright, entertainment time over. Let's go ahead and hop in the ship. And we will take it on up and get a few pictures. And here I'm just coming through here so that way I can show off. This is the amount of clipping that we get from that Nova radiator coming in. So if you don't like this, just remove that radiator. Let's go somewhere with a less debris-strewn orbit. Ooh. Well, so the way that you fight in this ship is you want to get as much range as you possibly can. Ow. And as you can see, I'm just continuing to run away, using the boost wherever I can. And then, now that I'm more or less out of his range, I'm going to face him. And since my weapons are outranging his, I can now safely just blow him up. So, with that unexpected bit of fun out of the way, now let's go ahead and take those pictures. Alright, and with that, I'm going to go ahead and leave you. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you next time.